I don't normally review anything that I use or shoot. Normally I just shoot and make videos. But today I decided to, I've been shooting enough and I decided to give my opinion. This is not a review for you to base anything off of. I'm not professional. But this is my opinion of this setup that I have and what I like and what I don't like about it. And I'll go ahead and show you. So what I have is a Blue Alpha Gear gun belt. It's a two-piece belt. It uses the Velcro on the inner belt, and then the Velcro attaches on the from the inside of this one, and it locks in pretty tight. Doesn't move around. It's pretty nice. I normally operate with a operate as in not an operator, but as in I use a Sig P320 XFive Legion, and I got a TLR1 Streamlight light on it. It works pretty well, and I like that setup pretty well. I don't know why I didn't buy a Surefire. Probably at the time it was just really expensive. I don't know. I used to run the Delta Point Pro that I have on my rifle currently on this gun, but the first time I went and shot in the rain, that sight went to shit, and it made me decide that I would not run an optic on this gun until I got a closed emitter optic. The Delta Point Pro does not have any plexiglass in front of the device that reflects the red dot onto the glass, and if a raindrop per chance lands inside that location, game over. You're not going to see shit through that optic. So I went away from that on this rifle, or this handgun, and put it on my rifle. This is on a Safariland drop for this Ragnarok, Trex-Arms Ragnarok. I like it. To be honest, the only reason that I run these over something like a Safariland is Safariland's website sucks, and I have not been able to decipher what holster would work well with my setup, so they don't get my $200 or $300, whatever the hell they cost. I always run some sort of full tang little belt knife. This is an Esee knife. It's an Izulu-II. It's pretty nice little knife. And I run a trauma kit. This is a blue Force Gear micro trauma kit pouch, and it's got all kinds of little goodies inside there. And then this is just a generic dump pouch. Pretty much always need to have a dump pouch on it. From the video I shot today, I just threw all my empty mags in there. And then on top of that, I run Esstac Kywi pouches. This is the 3-part one, which 2 mags, 2 pistol mags, and then a rifle mag. And it's a pretty clean setup. So I'm going to take this off there, and then we can look at the belt a little bit closer. Let's start with the let's just start with the firearm and the holster. So the it's clear. So this is the Sig P320 XFive Legion. It is I believe it's tungsten impregnated in the polymer grip down here. It's got the expanded mag well. I mean, it was an expensive pistol when I bought it, and but I've shot the hell out of it. I don't clean my weapons, as you can probably tell from my cleaning video. So it is filthy, and it has probably been shot 3,000–4,000 rounds without cleaning so far. I did have one extractor problem at one point, but that's the only time I've ever had any problem with it. It runs really clean, really well. I like this gun a lot. This trigger pull, fantastic. I have a Glock. I have a couple other guns. I have Smith & Wesson MP. I personally just don't see how anybody shoots anything other than these. These guns are just so clean out of the bag. I get it. The Glocks are fantastic. Smith and Wessons are fantastic, but not to be like a fanboy of Sig or anything like that. But these guns are just I don't know. They're just way too good. They're a really good damn gun. And then this Ragnarok holster from Trex-Arms with that quick detach mount on it. This is, and I obviously painted it so it can be tactical as hell, you know, with some coloring there. But this is a good holster. This is the first one I've ever bought from them. I'm still running it, and it works. No problems. I mean, this thing holsters well, has good retention. You can always tighten it down too if you need to with these screws or anything, but I just never had a problem with it. It's been a great holster from the day that I've gotten it, and as I continue to run it, it's never given me any problems. So I eventually probably end up getting a Safari Lands at some point, but it's not going to be too necessary because these are really good, and I don't have a reason for like a retention such as a police officer or some military person would have, where you're needing to have multiple ways to keep that gun retained just in case you're in some kind of an encounter or something like that. I have never had this gun come out of this holster. I run around, I lay on the ground, do all kinds of stuff, but I've never had this come out of the holster before. So that's a pretty good setup there on that. This is like I said earlier, the Blue Force Gear micro trauma kit, and I have a tourniquet underneath of it that's just attached to the Velcro. This is a great little kit. Let's see if I can get this pulled out of there. Oh boy, got that tight in there. So it comes with, actually I think I originally got rid of the original and put my own stuff in there. So you know, you got your typical trauma items. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not a medic by any means, but I believe in carrying a trauma kit on your person's, learning to use as much of these as you can. And I have a slight amount of little experience in using these, but I'm not a professional by any means. But somebody may you're around, or somebody, a nurse, somebody could possibly know how to use these. So there's no reason not to carry this on you. In case you need to save somebody else, or somebody else needs a kit like this to be able to save life possibly. So this is like I said, this is a really good little kit, and I like how compact it is. It's pretty clean, goes in pretty well, and it's fairly tight in there. I don't think you're gonna have a problem with it coming out by any means. It's in there rock solid. Nothing too special about a dump pouch. I have different styles. I do, like I said, several magazines inside there. These are collapsible, so you can roll them up and stow them away for convenience, and so that it sits well on the belt. And this is how I normally stow it before I need to throw a bunch of stuff inside there. But pretty good idea to have this. They do kind of flop around when you have a lot of weight in them, but there's nothing wrong with having some sort of retention device. I think several people make bungees or things like that that can cinch this down to your leg a little bit tighter, so it doesn't just fly all over the place depending on how much weight you've got in it. And then the other item is these Esstac Kywi mag pouches. These things, I love them. They are my favorite by any means to use. They have really good retention, not too tight, comes out pretty quick and easy. They come in different combinations, from singles to doubles to two rifle mags, 2 pistol mags. You can take this rifle, if you had the separate style, you could take the rifle mag and put 2 more pistol mags. I mean, you can do whatever you want. and it's really clean setup, and maybe not as speedy as some other options out there, but they look good, feel great, and they've got very good durability. They wear really nice. As for the belt itself, like I said earlier, this is a Blue Alpha Gear belt. I've got several of these. They are made in the USA. Absolutely cannot recommend this product enough for any of the belts. They're everyday carry belts, they're low profile ones, they're hybrid belts, they're two-piece belts. These are a real solid option, and the people at Blue Alpha Gear are fantastic to work with. They have always been responsive and very good, and if you ever need a different size belt, they're usually pretty good at accommodating that and everything else. And as I said earlier, the belt is a two-piece belt where you have this fabric here and the Velcro, which attaches to the inside of the belt, so it keeps it pretty stiff and helps really retain it to your belt loops really well. Now, here is a problem with this style of belt that I will give you. When you start having clips such as these devices that, well, not this one because it's already a fabric as well on the outside, but when you start having these, they will start taking up real estate along with your belt loops, depending on how many belt loops you have, such as if you're wearing just regular jeans, they don't have as many belt loops, but if you're using like a pair of Vertex pants that have a lot of really nice belt loops on them, you start to lose your space for this to grip to your inner belt. So on this, I used to run all four of these. I used to run all four of these spots on these Esstac Kywis, and I got the inner two ones out because I was having too much problem with my belt not adhering to this location. So they make a model that is a Molly model, which I would probably recommend to go with because you don't have to attach it over the belt like this. You can actually attach it through the Molly itself. So that's probably the only mistake I made on this right here, but other than that, it's been a fantastic belt. It doesn't move anywhere either way. It's still tight, but there's just some things I could do to improve that. I could have done better with what I was setting this up as. And the same as this, it will take up some real estate as well, and it won't. It adheres fine, but it's still got problems itself. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier was Trex. Their Ragnarok comes with the, or I think you have to buy this separately, but this goes around your leg and it keeps the holster from flopping around. And on this version of theirs, it goes between the quick detach and the Safariland drop down. But on their newest one, there's actually a hole in this that you can put through one of the screws, and it's really nice. It keeps it nice and tight. Doesn't have as much ability to move between the gun as this one does, but this doesn't really do anything. It's not like it's like crippling or stops you from using it, but it's just another option. And I like it pretty well. That was a good smart move on their part for that design. But other than that, this is my belt setup, and I like it. I haven't had many problems with it. I'm sure there's things that people would say are bad or needs to be changed or different about this, but so far it's worked for me. And it's always good to have a real nice belt setup for you to have for any scenario. And I also have other belts as well, and I may do a video on that as well. It's the T-Rex Orion belt. I use that every once in a while, and I can do a video some other day about that. But that's about it. Thanks for watching.
shooting lone left.